Thanks, Chris. Thank you very much. Good to see you here. And I think after HR Tech, it's nice to meet you. I still remember I met you in a New Hope. Did you join during New Hope, or did you join the new office?
I was in the office in New Hope, so I likely first met you there.
Yes. So tell me a little bit about Great People. What exactly you guys do?
Sure. So we are an end-to-end kind of global talent acquisition suite. So what previously has been kind of referred to as a recruiting CRM, an applicant tracking system, full career site branding management utilities, and kind of everything that connects into that. That's what Great People is for lots and lots of organizations across the globe.
Oh, wow. I don't know, last time I seen a demo of Great People, and when I was seeing all the module, I said, wow, 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 wow. Where I can stop now.
Yeah.
Right? Fantastic. But I'm always curious to know how RChilli has helped you to achieve your business goals. I'm sure, like, since you're using us and it is integrated as an integral part of Great People, and what are the business goals we try to help you out to achieve it?
Yeah, lots and lots of use cases within the context of all the different products that I just mentioned benefit from utilizing RChilli. So most specifically in the context of parsing, right? So we have to intake information and get that very quickly and easily codified and sorted out to be something that a recruiter or a sourcer on the back end can easily understand and interact with, right? So with RChilli, we're using both sides. People create job descriptions. We offer complete flexibility around how they build those job descriptions, and RChilli then makes it possible to understand what the company has put in for the details of their opportunity, and then on the candidate side with the sometimes crazy formatting that they bring in for resumes, able to kind of decide what is important and what is not important and align those two things on the back end, making it easier for our AI technology to pick up matching, to sort of automatically decide who should be placed in front of recruiters. And then also just in general, when customers want to go in and kind of review that information, making it easier for them to see that in a standardized.
Yep. I love it to hear that. Yes, we are adding a value here. I love that one. And this is about the product, but as a whole, as an organization, I'm sure you keep hearing about us from different people, your sales team, your technology team, your support team. And what is your experience with us, like as a Great People? And do you feel that you have already told me that, yes, we are helping you out, but overall, what's the experience you have?
Yeah, experience with RChilli has been extremely positive. We feel like we've somewhat grown up together. A little bit. I know that our support staff in particular, as we get new customers implemented into our utility, they all have different needs. They all have very interesting use cases, such as, I need to be able to understand this kind of information in this language that we have never even thought of before. I need to be able to collect this kind of piece of information or get it out of the resume, get it out of the job description that we have not thought of before. I have throughput all of a sudden with a particular customer of massive amounts. We found RChilli to be extremely responsive, which is very important. I get nothing but rave reviews from our support staff in terms of how they interact with you when something new needs to be addressed. So that's been great. I think the other part is flexibility. So we have the kind of relationship where we are always experimenting on our side. So as we, for instance, over the past few years have started implementing these AI kind of concepts, it has meant that in some cases we're going to all of a sudden start parsing through a much, much larger volume of job descriptions or resumes all of a sudden. And we haven't always been the best at preparing RChilli for what we should expect there, but the fact that we have in you guys a partner that will come back to us and say, hey, we noticed something, that the volumes all of a sudden spiked. Did you know that this was going to happen? And somebody on our dev team starts scratching their heads and going, yeah, maybe we didn't think about that. You're willing to work with us to make sure that that situation gets handled, and nobody is sort of the worse for having gone through it. I just feel like that flexibility has been extremely important to us.
Lovely, lovely. Good to know. I'm going to pass on this to my team. See, that's a direct feedback coming from a client's side, and this is what your feedback, and I appreciate it, and I love to. That's an enforcement for us that we should keep doing the good things.
Absolutely. We appreciate it.
Thank you, thank you. And you told me like working with us as a reliable, flexibility, and responsive, right? Any other benefits you see that working with us, or you recall any incident with a specific incident where our Chile team has gone extra mile, and
Yeah.
you
Yeah. So
you said,
I'll say,
"Wow."
the uh, one other thing that is generally cannot be overstated is we are a business that can make leaps and bounds in terms of the volume of requests that we're making to RChilli on an ongoing basis. And we found that the value that you present to the marketplace, so what it is that you're capable of doing and how we use you versus, frankly, the expense associated with it is something we notice. You know, it is a factor in why we work with you guys. We find the value to be appropriate. I would say that the one that has, you know, I'm my entry to the organization brought with it a lot of the mentality to kind of go after the AI side of things. The one that I brought up a moment ago is the most specific incident that I can remember, where all of a sudden there were, you know, hundreds of thousands of parsing requests that went above and beyond the normal volume that we work with RChilli on. And instead of just waiting, you know, like I said, we integrate with lots of vendors. Instead of just watching that volume go up and up and up and then sending us a massive bill, which is totally within your rights to do. You said, hey, wait a minute, do you guys know that this is happening? And that's the mark of a vendor partner, right? More than somebody that is just a vendor. It's somebody that goes, hey, you know, I know your situation. I see something that's completely out of bounds. I'm going to let you know that this is the case before you get yourselves into trouble. Everybody in my organization really, really appreciated that. It is definitely not that same way with some of the other vendors that we work with. And that's just one of those things that, again, maybe you want to join this call. So
Lovely, love it. And one question which is always close to my heart, like if somebody asks you about RChilli, what are you going to tell to them?
I'm going to tell them they are most definitely worth a look. So part of my diligence, just, you know, being the VP of product, I'm responsible to make sure that we are continually looking at the market options associated with every function that we that we bring as a core part of our system. So I'm always looking at parsing providers. It's just a part of the diligence associated with my role. I have had in-depth looks at lots of them, and for one of the reasons or another that I just stated, we have absolutely no reason to consider anybody else. So whether it's value, whether it's the fact that, you know, we are personally aware of, you know, we've personally benefited from the very quick and diligent service that you guys provide, which is definitely not the case for a lot of kind of technology only providers. I would say RChilli is definitely worth consideration. And if anybody wants to have an in-depth conversation about why, I would be more than willing to share.
Perfect. Lovely. Wonderful. Wonderful. I believe like if somebody asks me about RChilli, so I always say we are the most trusted partner for providing parsing, matching, and data enrichment for our global recruiting platforms. And based on this discussion, I believe, yes, we are trusted and a partner both.
Yes, absolutely. Those words, each of those words matter, you know, not just a vendor. So
that's right. Fantastic. Anything else, Chris, you want to add about us, or any other situations you have in mind you want to tell to the world?
No, I think you know, the other part of being a partner is me making sure that RChilli is aware, like I said, of how we view you versus the market alternatives that are out there. I joined this call. I joined this call because I believe that we are getting and we continue to have that kind of great partnership relationship that drives real value for our customers. I would not if I didn't believe that. And you know, RChilli has been great for us, and I'm looking forward to continuing to work towards a great future together.
Great. Same here. Same here. I love it. And thanks for your whole feedback. And thank you very much for all this support
No
you have
problem.
did it.
Thank you for having me.